Last week's episode of Explosion.
I'm not thinking of using an axe to make a fire break. There's a better way. Nitroglycerin.
That's a good idea. Who's going to carry it?
Mr. Carter will, for one. He's the best nitro man in the mother lode.
Charlie, you won't be taking that stuff to a nice, cool mine, you know. You'll be taking it right in the middle of a forest fire.
Am I really worth that much to you?
If I didn't think so, I wouldn't be going.
Oh, come back. Please, come back safe. I need you.
It isn't just Granite City now. Fire's on its way to Stockton.
$10 gallons of nitroglycerine? What am I going to say to Mrs. Barkley, Miss Audra?
You're not going to say anything. The less they know about this, the better.
Leave that wildcat to me.
Funny, I was afraid that my manners wouldn't be good enough for you. I thought that would bring a speedy recovery. Nobility, huh? Well, I've had smoother deals put to me by dance hall girls. And even they weren't peddled by their fathers. You might be interested to know, Marquis, that you didn't have to drag your daughter through the mud. My brothers and I had decided to take that nitro before I came here this evening.
Hi, Jared.
Hello, Harry. You seen my brothers?
Not since they left with you.
Well, I guess I'll have a whiskey.
Your money's no good in here tonight.
How come you haven't left town like everybody else?
Listen, everything I got in the world is tied up in them whiskey barrels down in the cellar. Now, the last time there was a fire, I went out to help fight it. Oh, we stopped it all right. But while I was gone, I was looted out of every drop. And it's not going to happen this time. Here, help yourself. I got to get some more water.
Glad you didn't take off, too.
I got no place to go.
Me either. Fire didn't scare you, huh?
Nope.
You ain't paid for the last one yet. What's the matter with you?
Get your paws off of me!
You ain't no little bride, you know. You're back here working.
Toby.
You make me sick!
All right, Toby, that's enough.
I didn't do nothing wrong, Mr. Barkley. She's supposed to be nice to the customer.
I know. Come on, over here and sit down. $2,000 really mean that much to you?
Get out of here.
Sure seems to be my night for making out wills.
Lawyer, you could have helped before, not now.
That's where you're wrong.
Get out of here!
You think this is what Charlie was carrying that nitro for?
He was stupid.
Lady, I knew him a long time. Believe me, he wasn't stupid.
Look, this is none of your business.
There sure must have been something mighty special about you.
Special. You didn't have to be special to attract a man like Charlie. He was a hard rock miner, trapped all week long in a mine shaft. Anyone would look good to him. Anybody who was a little bit nice to him.
There are lots of girls downstairs who are in the business of being nice. Charlie picked you to be his wife. Now, why do you suppose he did that?
I don't know. Look, I know what you're trying to do, and you don't fool me.
You couldn't have fooled him either. He must have thought you'd make him a good wife.
Me?
You.
I'm a saloon girl.
What of it?
I've been one since I was 15. I never even seen a decent marriage. My father ran away, and my mother. Let me tell you about my mother. When boys used to come to our shack to see me, they used to have to bring a bottle of whiskey for my mother, or they didn't get in.
You're not your mother.
Well, I'll tell you something else. Charlie meant only one thing to me. $2,000 and a chance.
To do what?
To get out of here. To come home to one room at night. My own. To one man. No more Toby's slobbering all over me. No more having to pretend and smile to like being clawed and pawed. I can't go back to it.
You thought Charlie was stupid, huh? Well, you just told me what it was he saw in you. And I'll tell you something else. I think you would have made him a good wife.
All right. Maybe I would have. He was a good man. Oh, at first it almost made me sick, the idea of living with a man old enough to be my father. But then I realized he wasn't getting any bargain either. But together we could have both gotten what we wanted. But he's dead now.
So you're just giving up, huh?
How long am I supposed to fight? You don't know what it is to be someone like me. Everywhere you turn, you're caught. I was born in hard luck, and it's never gonna change.
Don't blame it on hard luck. You put yourself in that dress.
Oh, for an expensive lawyer, you give pretty cheap advice. Go on. Let me hear the rest of your sermon. Easy virtue, easy way out.
With that gun in your hand, your way doesn't seem so easy.
Get out of here and leave me alone.
Gail.
Get out of here!
All right. I've got enough trouble of my own.
Oh, troubles? You don't know what that means.
You've always thought the grass is greener somewhere else, haven't you?
Oh, you're breaking my heart. You're about to lose one of your lousy gold mines, aren't you?
If it'll mean anything to you. My brothers and I are taking that nitro out in the morning.
But you've got everything. How can you throw it all away?
I don't plan on throwing anything away if I can possibly help it. It's kind of nice to think you're doing the same thing. Now, come on, why don't you give me that gun? Come on, give it to me. You don't have to have $2,000 to feel like it.
Spread the word on you. You'll never get another job in any saloon in Stockton.
You can bet on that. Not in Stockton or any place else.
You're getting awful uppity. What happened? You find somewhere to take old Charlie's place already?
Be right about this hearse being the smoothest ride in town, but it sure don't inspire confidence.
Perhaps somebody just flattened out the U betrayal, huh?
Sure hope you know how everybody in town feels about what you're doing.
The Valley's been good to the Barclays. We're sort of paid in advance. We're doing a good job here, you know.
Just wish I didn't feel like I was building a coffin for good friends.
I'm sure there's a better way you could have put that, Jed.
Well, now, like I told you, I'm going to make you the best rig ever to roll out of Stockton. Now, you just go take it easy. Find yourself a girl and have some fun. There must be one left in town.
Well, if it'll make you feel any better, I might just do that.
Mr. Barclay, I want to apologize.
There's no need. It was my fault. I guess I handled it badly.
No, I was wrong.
Well, maybe we both made a mistake, Miss...
Wells. Bridget Wells.
Well, why don't you just forget about it?
Mr. Barclay, would you mind walking me to the mission?
Well, those men won't bother you again.
Oh, I wasn't thinking of them. I'd like to talk to you. I'm sure there's something else you'd rather be doing, but it's important to me.
All right, come on.
Have you been to the mission before?
No, but I've been by it a couple of times.
I guess that's the trouble. Most people just go by it. heard that you were taking the nitro.
That's right.
You could be killed.
Well, I've thought about that a time or two. Is that what you wanted to talk to me about?
Well, yes, partly. Won't you come in for a cup of tea? Look, I promise not to preach. What would I talk to you about anyway? Courage, duty, conviction? You already practice what I preach. Please? I'll put the water on. My family. The Wells have been missionaries for 150 years.
Do they live in Stockton?
They're dead. They went down into Mexico, into Yaqui country. The Yaquis murdered them.
I'm sorry.
They knew what they were doing. They knew it was dangerous. Even the Mexican army wouldn't go into Yaqui country. Why are you taking the nitroglycerin?
Well, I guess because there's no one else to go.
I wish I had your courage.
Talk fast enough, might let you take my place.
How do you really feel about tomorrow?
Well, the less thinking I do, the better.
But you must have some kind of fear. How did you overcome it?
Maybe I've just been scared so many times, it's a habit to ignore it.
Why did I have to be born with the devil of fear inside of me? I told you my family were dead. Aren't you wondering why I didn't go with them? I didn't have the courage. I pretended to be sick and stayed here while my family were offering presents and love to the Yaquis. So hopeful, I'm sure, while they were murdered in their sleep. I've no right to be here. I've no right to be alive.
What would you have proved if you'd been killed?
That at least I'd have had the courage of my convictions. I've always been afraid to try anything. Please, give me some of your courage.
What did that prove?
Well, my father once told me about a tribe in Africa where the young men eat the heart of a lion and from it draw its courage.
Did he say it worked?
The natives thought so. Sometimes if you believe things will work, they will.
I'm afraid it won't work in this case. I'm no lion.
Laurie, what is it?
Mary. She's gone.
No, she isn't. She's upstairs with the others.
No, Miss Hunter. She ran away.
What is it? Mary's run away. When did she go?
Just a little while ago. A few minutes.
Do you know where?
Back to the orphanage.
Well, she couldn't have gone very far. Come.
Well, they are all safely tucked in now.
Padre, Mary's going back to the orphanage.
Oh, no.
We better start looking for her, but we'll do better if we separate.
I'll look down the road.
You take the back, I'll take the corral. Barry! Mary, let's go back to the house.
I have to go back. I have to get Susie.
There's no one back there now.
Susie's back there. I can't let her burn.
Everyone is here now.
No, not my sister.
Mary, Audra has told me about your family. Your sister is with your mother and father now.
She is not. I put her under my bed so she couldn't get hurt.
There is no Susie.
Don't say that! Don't say it! She'll burn unless I get her!
How can I make you understand? All right, Mary, tell me about it.
No.
Oh, please, please. Please, you tell me all about her. Now, what does she look like?
She has blonde hair, blue eyes, only one shoe, but I promised her another one.
I know you love her very much. But isn't it possible that Susie is a doll? Someone you want to believe is your sister?
No, she is my sister. She's the only one I have left.
Oh, no. That's not true. That's not true. You have us and the Padre, and we care very much what happens to you. Come on. Let's go back to the house.
Please don't make me.
Well, I'm hoping you'll want to go. You see, Mary, the children are afraid. You've been through a fire. They will listen to you. Now, let's go back to the house. The children are waiting for you.
She is asleep now. I think she's going to be all right.
Good.
I do not know how to thank you for your kindness, Senora.
Father, I wish we could have done more.
Yes. I'll see to the others.
Oh, Silas, hitch up the wagon. We're going into town.
Stockton?
Well, with all these children, we're going to need fresh supplies.
It's dangerous in town, Miss Barkley. The fire.
Oh, we'll take our chances. I am not about to face a lot of hungry children at breakfast.
Miss Barkley, please don't go in town now. Please don't.
Why not?
I tell you what, Mrs. Barkley, I'll go in town for you.
Silas, we've been together for a long time. Now, what are you trying to hide from me?
Nothing, Mrs. Barkley. Nothing.
Look me in the eye and tell me that.
Told Mr. Jarrett this would happen.
Tell me.
But I promised.
Silas, you know I am going into town, and you know I hate surprises.
Your son's going to blow a fire break.
Blow a fire break?
Mr. Carter and 2 men were killed yesterday trying it. The nitro blew up on them.
Nitroglycerin. I'll be back as soon as I can, Audra.
I'm going with you. What's the matter?
I forgot. They're not my boys anymore. They're men.
Men can make mistakes.
And do with great frequency, but that's their right.
Can't we even go in and say goodbye?
No. Because we'd point out all the reasons why they shouldn't do it, and the more right we were, the harder it would be for them to do. No. No.
.45, they should be here pretty soon.
Yeah. Say, Nick.
Yeah?
You never did tell us.
How was life among the aristocracy?
Well, now, you boys wouldn't believe the impression I left on that girl. Why, before I left, she offered me anything I wanted, and the Marquis. Why, now, he was so impressed, he was speechless.
You wouldn't care to fill us in on some details, would you?
No.
I thought so.
Uh-huh. You know, gentlemen, as we approach the brink, the question occurs to me. Was that just a lot of academic information you were throwing around in that saloon? Or do you really know what you're talking about?
Oh, and that reminds me. I hope you did a good job making out our will.
That was not the answer I'd hoped for.
Relax, Jared. Nick knows as much about nitro as he does about art.
There's a comforting thought.
I think you boys better save your jokes for the Yuba Trail. By then, I think we're going to need a few laughs.
The last of it.
Easy, Nick. Nick, I promise never to call you a bull in a china shop again.
If we get back in one piece, you can call me anything you like. Just up ahead, Jared. Nitro, sure. Changes a man thinking, doesn't it?
That gully right now looks like the Grand Canyon.
We'll have to carry it across.
All right. What's the matter?
This one's leaking.
Which one is it?
Seems to be leaking right here. This one's half full. This one.
What now?
Get it away from here.
Put it over there.
We better see where it leaked to.
It's on the other side. Seep down through the bed here.
Right onto the brake linkage.
Yep, and it's going to travel all along that linkage until it comes down here to the brake shoe. And one touch of those brakes and we're going to be blown to San Francisco.
All right, we'll have to take them off.
I'll start carrying the nitro to the other side.
Jared.
What caused that?
Who knows? Like I said, this stuff's very unstable.
I think it just proved your point.
Well, it looks to me like the Barkley luck has finally run out.
Be just a little tricky carrying that stuff down on foot.
Too tricky. One slip in that soft dirt and it's all over.
So, that leaves us with one special build hearse from St. Louis with no brakes.
We can rough lock the rear wheels.
If it'll hold.
There's just one way to find out.
Ready? All set.
Don't let them get away now here.
With these two horses coming down on top of me, I was about to say the same to you. All right, let's go.
Get up. Ha! Get up. Ha! Get up now. Ha! Get up there. Ha! Get up. Ha! Ha!
Fire horses. Whoever thought of fire horses?
I think you did.
That's right.
Here's the plant that nitro. What's that girl doing here?
What are you doing here?
I'm trying to reach some of the farmers. They may be trapped by the fire.
You gotta get out of here.
But they may need help.
Bridget, you can't go any farther.
Well, then let me help you. Look, I have to do something.
All right, come on.
All right, what's going on? Is she out of her mind?
She's gonna stay with the horses. I'll explain later.
Does she know what we're carting?
She knows.
Well, now, wait a minute.
Nick, we haven't got time to argue. Let's get started.
All right, if that fire gets too close, you take the team and yourself out of here.
Get in as close as you can and set them in a straight line. We'll work our way back.
Pick the biggest trees.
All right, come on.
Fusing each one of them. And when you get it all set, fire off a shot. And when we hear 3 shots, set them off. All right?
Lift it. Go on, get out of here. Do what I tell you, run. Go on, get.
And the girl aren't here.
The shot came from over there.
Never mind that. Get the horse.
accept your wish, Mrs. Bartlett.
I already have. My sons came home safely.
Well, Jared, you're good at speeches. You want to...
Oh, well. Mother, I'll make it short and sweet. With all our love.
Charles Russell? Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you all very much.
Fairweather, a friend of mine, said that we were bringing culture to Stockton.
I'm surprised no girls for either of you.
Oh, no, I am sadly disillusioned, I'm afraid.
What about you, Jared?
Mine is a sad story also. I so completely reformed the lady that she moved to San Francisco and opened a dress shop. You might say I talked my case right out of court. From last week's episode of Explosion.
I'm not thinking of using an axe to make a firebreak. There's a better way. Nitroglycerin.
That's a good idea. Who's going to carry it?
Mr. Carter will, for one. He's the best nitro man in the mother lode.
Charlie, you won't be taking that stuff to a nice, cool mine, you know. You'll be taking it right in the middle of a forest fire.
Am I really worth that much to you?
If I didn't think so, I wouldn't be going.
Oh, come back. Please come back safe. I need you.
It isn't just Granite City now. Fire's on its way to Stockton.
$10 gallons of nitroglycerine? What am I going to say to Mrs. Barkley? Miss Audra?
You're not going to say anything. The less they know about this, the better.
Leave that wildcat on me. Funny, I was afraid that my manners wouldn't be good enough for you. I thought that would bring us speedy recovery. Nobility, huh? Well, I've had smoother deals put to me by dance hall girls. And even they weren't peddled by their fathers. You might be interested to know, Marquis, that you didn't have to drag your daughter through the mud. My brothers and I had decided to take that nitro before I came here this evening.
Hi, Jared.
Hello, Harry. You seen my brothers?
Not since I left with you.
Well, I guess I'll have a whiskey.
Your money's no good in here tonight.
How come you haven't left town like everybody else?
Listen, everything I got in the world is tied up in them whiskey barrels down in the cellar. Now, the last time there was a fire, I went out to help fight it. Oh, we stopped it all right. But while I was gone, I was looted out of every drop. And it's not going to happen this time. Here, help yourself. I got to get some more water.
Glad you didn't take off.
It's from last week's episode of Explosion.
I'm not thinking of using an axe to make a fire break. There's a better way. Nitroglycerin.
That's a good idea. Who's going to carry it?
Mr. Carter will, for one. He's the best nitro man in the mother lode.
Charlie, you won't be taking that stuff to a nice, cool mine, you know. You'll be taking it right in the middle of a forest fire.
Am I really worth that much to you?
If I didn't think so, I wouldn't be going.
Oh, come back. Please, come back safe. I need you.
It isn't just Granite City now. Fire's on its way to Stockton.
$10 gallons of nitroglycerine? What am I going to say to Mrs. Barkley? Miss Audra?
You're not going to say anything. The less they know about this, the better.
Leave that wildcat to me.
Funny, I was afraid that my manners wouldn't be good enough for you. I thought that would bring a speedy recovery. Nobility, huh? Well, I've had smoother deals put to me by dance hall girls. And even they weren't peddled by their fathers. You might be interested to know, Marquis, that you didn't have to drag your daughter through the mud. My brothers and I had decided to take that nitro before I came here this evening.
Jared.
Hello, Harry. You seen my brothers?
Not since they left with you.
Well, I guess I'll have a whiskey.
Your money's no good in here tonight.
How come you haven't left town like everybody else?
Listen, everything I got in the world is tied up in them whiskey barrels down in the cellar. Now, the last time there was a fire, I went out to help fight it. Well, we stopped it all right. But while I was gone, I was looted out of every drop. And it's not going to happen this time. Here, help yourself. I got to get some more water.
I'm glad you didn't take off, too.
I got no place to go.
Me either. Fire didn't scare you, huh?
Nope.